You see what he did. He's a cerebral player. He can think. He can read the game while playing. Some players will get overwhelmed during the game, but he can read the game and wreak havoc. So let us see the players that Keshi is bringing in, the players he is going to bring in. Let us see how they will play, how they will cope, how they will play together. So this game is very, very
What about those who feel that playing a game like this, close to a crucial World Cup qualifier, players stand the risk of injuries, and we are limited to just about 22, 23 players?
No, this is a friendly. But these players play, for instance, Victor Moses and Mikel Obi.
Injuries can even come from even in training sessions.
Absolutely. Played a lot of games for Chelsea this season. So they will cope. Just a friendly, but we need to test some of these players. They are just coming in. Even the spirit in camp, the camaraderie, playing with your teammates, doing a friendly, then you know how they'll play in the real competitive game. So throwing them in crucial games against Kenya and the other game, just all of a sudden, it's not wise. It's not wise. It's not wise.
What are you expecting from this game today, very quickly?
For me, I'd really like to see a team that has cohesion, that has understanding, that knows how to go about its task.
Not so much about the results.
Not so much about how to break down the opposition. That for me is key. He mentioned the fact that Victor Moses is missing, Nigeria's key creative player, Emmanuel Emenike, Nigeria's best offensive weapon over the past 5-6 months. Those two players, that their loss is particularly key. How he will replace them is for me the key issue. Brian Ideye and Joseph Akpala, those scored too many goals, so you wonder where the goals will come from. That is where he has to find the right balance, the right mix, the right tactics for the Kenya game and subsequently the Namibia game. That for me is key. Just how this team goes about prosecuting this match, for me, if they do it, if they can get 70 or 75%, for me the job is done.
Okay, all right. So let's keep our eyes on that game and hope that the Eagles will make the best of it. Straight to the continent. As you can see on your screen, on the African continent, Rangers will also be busy. Not just the Eagles. The Eagles will be playing Saturday morning, 2 a.m. and then on Sunday it will be Rangers in Fars against CS Sfaxien. And
also known as the Juventus of the Arabs.
Yeah, the first leg ended 1-0 in favor of Rangers. We saw the results, but Rangers the groupings have already been made for the CAF Confederation Cup. Rangers will be playing from Group A if they are able to survive CS Sfaxien. They will be playing alongside the winner of St. George and MP, the winner of Stade Malien against Lydia. That one looks like a dead game because Stade Malien are leading with 5 goals from the first leg.
Incidentally, Lydia from Burundi, and the name of the FA president is
Lydia. All right, and then we have JS Bejaya against Swadu Sahel. So Rangers will be playing from Group A. Group B, we'll have the winners of FUS Rabat against FAR Rabat. That's the Rabat Derby. We have the winner of CA Bezetin and Ismaili. We have the winner of Son Setiv and US Bitam. And we have the winner of TP Mazembe against Liga Mukulmana. TP Mazembe have a 4-0 first leg advantage. That is what it looks like. Group B of the CAF Confederation Cup. So will Rangers survive CS Sfaxien and play in Group A? Will they not? If they do not and they crash out, that means this year will probably go down as one of the worst for Nigerian clubs on the continent. Before we go to the group stage, Nigerian teams have all crashed out.
Incidentally, CS Sfaxien have been crowned as Tunisian League champions in a league where there is the likes of Etoile du Sahel and the Club Africain and also Esperance. So that shows that
big test for Rangers.
Big test for Rangers.
Big test for Rangers. Okay, let's go quickly and talk about the Federation Cup. Well, the fact of the case is that the draws were made on Wednesday, I think.
Thursday.
On Thursday. The draws were made on Thursday. We couldn't talk about it yesterday, but the fixtures, selected fixtures for you of some of the matches to be played in the round of 62. We have Sharks against Koge United, Rangers against Dan Lawan, I think from Jigawa. We have Plateau against Wiki, one of the tricky games of the round of 62, 2 former winners. El Kanemi against Tornadoes of Mina, 2 former winners as well in that one, another tricky one. Warri Wolves against Dynamite. Global Academy against Kano Pillars, Gombe against Bosdor, Adamawa United against Nasarawa United, Nembe against Ambassadors, Fountain against Sunshine Stars, Ekiti against Akure, that's the close, that's the derby. Enyiba against Police Machine of Owerri, Gateway against 3SC, that's the Southwest Derby, Dolphins against NAP Rockets of Abuja, Aqua Starlets against Kwara United, Kaduna United against Unisem Rovers. These are some of the fixtures. We have Arewa Pillars against ABS and Prime against Bayelsa United, Crown against Lobi, and then Yarma Light against Aqua United. Defending champions Atlant were drawn by from the round of 63. So they just go straight, and then out of the 62 games, there will be 31 winners. Atlant joins, it becomes 32. So we'll go straight to the round of 32. But gentlemen, before we talk about the Women Challenge Cup, this year in the Federation Cup, there's no third place. There are no zonal playoffs. So it's knockout from start to finish. Knockout round of 32. Knockout to round of 16. Knockout.
What is the tradition?
Knockout.
What is it?
Is a change.
So what is the
They have
tradition?
discovered that
The tradition of the FA Cup is sacrosanct.
Yes.
In England, in Germany, you already know how they are going to play. Last season, there was a zonal playoff. This season, no zonal playoff.
You know that there's no hard and fast rule
about it. You can modify.
You also know that many times that we played zonal qualifiers, mini group leagues, stages.
Yes.
Over the years in the Nigeria, the format changes.
You know what?
It depends on what it is that you want to adopt. I understand where you say in most countries, what we have is the Telcom knockout in South Africa, the English FA Cup in England, the Copa d'Italia, the King's Cup, Copa del Rey in Spain. It's knockouts almost everywhere.
But the difference
it does not mean or presuppose that you cannot have a format that is indigenous.
They are changing this. Let's see let's see how this one goes.
So by next season now, if they change it, what are we going to say?
And we'll talk about it again.
But I think Onya has a point.
So what is the unique selling point of the FA? If you are going to meet a sponsor, what is the unique selling point?
We know
that you will change everything.
Let's hear you want to make it legal.
I understand your point, but the fact of the case is there's no sponsor, and they've discovered that it's a burden on the clubs. That zonal playoff is a burden on the clubs. They'll travel and spend a few days at hotel, accommodation, and all of that. And there's no sponsor. And there's a lot of stress.
The clubs complain.
Some of them are complaining.
I think the NFF have tight schedule. The officials of NFF have tight schedule. They need to dispense of the FA Cup and move on with the national teams.
That is also another point. We didn't plan well enough.
No, they didn't plan well enough.
Okay. Now time is running out, and we need to pack all of these games together as quickly as possible. Final is July 28th. Women's final is July 27th. We must meet up that date. So it's a matter of play 4-5 times, and we have the two teams for the final. Let's talk about the women very quickly. Women Challenge Cup. Dynamic Sports against Ibom Angels. Is it not interesting that the women will be playing their final on a Saturday, on the 27th of July, on a Friday, and then the men will be playing their finals the day after. So everybody is in Lagos, men and women. Just to make it more fun. Kogi Confluence against Real Dynamos, Ogini Queens against Delta Queens, God City Angels, God City Queens against CI Angels, Pelican Stars against FCT Queens, Nasarawa Amazons against Sunshine Queens, Taraba Queens against Yaba Queens, Oshun Babes against Adamawa Queens, Shetima Babes against Bayelsa Queens, Martin White against Florence Babes.
Babes, Amazon,
Angels. Yeah. It would be good to have them in Lagos.
Where are the crocodiles and the buffaloes? And
no. That's not feminine. This is Angels, Babes, Queens, Amazons. That's what we expect to see. So the women will be playing their final on the 27th of July. The men on the 20th of July. Nothing about dates as such. No date. Because usually the format is that when you have announced the fixtures, you now look for a neutral venue.
What do they want to achieve by that?
No date.
What do they want to achieve?
No date.
Are you insinuating?
It's like you put the pot on the fire on the stove and you tell her there's no fire.
People don't come to watch local league games. They don't even come to watch.
They are coming to watch now. If I give a good example, Kano, they come to watch. Aba, they come to watch.
Okay. Apart from these three venues,
Ilorin is improving. Last year is improving.
Okay.
Yenagua is improving.
Yeah, Yenagua is improving.
You've been to Yenagua.
I mean the derby.
After adopting Nembe City as your team.
The Yenagua derby, Bayelsa against Nembe was good crowd, good turnout. Things are changing. These are changing. But the fact of the case is, the NFF need to really put. I agree with you. Federation Cup is supposed to start when the season starts, and then the games are spread all across the season so that the sponsors, would-be sponsors, can have something to mileage on. But here, everything is compact, tight. That's our style. And let's hope for the best as we go on. This weekend, this is a big game. Atlant.
Replay?
Replay, week 6.
So you know my opinion on this.
What's the opinion?
My opinion is that we have rules. Here you were saying, the other time you were saying, that Pilar said this, Atlan said this. It's not about what the club,
What they are saying.
what the rule says. The rule says that if there's